Welcome to Rise and Thrive Conversations for Greatness. I'm your host, John Merkus, and in this podcast episode, we dive deep into the realms of personal growth, motivation, and inspiration, bringing you the tools and stories you need to succeed. Today, we embark on a transformative journey from consultation to transformation, exploring how setting crystal clear goals, embracing accountability, and staying consistent can ignite your inner fire and build a stronger you from the inside out. For 7 weeks leading up to my trip to Las Vegas and Mexico, I trained with a dedicated personal trainer, Brad Cuskelly. Brad is the owner and director of Body Fit Health Concepts, and he's worked in the health and fitness industry for over 20 years. He's passionate about health, fitness, and nutrition, and loves sharing his knowledge with clients. Brad lives and breathes fitness, having competed in junior and elite level training triathlons, winning numerous titles, and even competing in world championships. He knows all about determination and striving to reach goals. He also is a qualified personal trainer and remedial massage therapist. Now, these are a collection of pretty raw conversations after each session, but I invite you to follow me on this fitness journey, and I hope it inspires you to embark on your own path to wellness. It's just a couple of guys having a chat after a workout, but the insights and transformations are powerful. Join as we rise and thrive together, turning aspirations into achievements and conversations into greatness. Let's get started.
So here I am at Body Fit with my main man Brad. It's day one. It's only the consultation. I don't know.
Consultation and a little session.
Don't know what to expect.
Goal setting, day one. That's a big one. Goal setting. Have to have crystal clear what John wants to achieve.
All right. So I've got a mindset coach. I've got a business coach, and now I've got a physical training coach.
And it's probably mindset as well.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
All in one.
Well, the reason I'm doing this, I wanted to do it for ages. Plus, I know this is the foundation for everything in my life.
Absolutely. Longevity of everything. And you have more time with the kids.
Love it. So we'll keep you informed. You're on the journey now. Wish me luck.
Good luck, Johnny.
So I've just finished my first sesh with Brad. I thought it was a consultation, but I put my gear just in case. Luckily I did, because I did some exercises. Now, Brad, you told me some really good stuff before we started. Can you share with us about the fireplace first?
The fireplace. Well, the fireplace relates to John's eating. So basically, we want to wake his system up, because at the moment, lack of exercise, lack of good nutrition, his insides are sluggish. So I gave him this analogy like a fireplace. So your first bit of starting the fire is a bit of kindling and a big log. So that's his breakfast. And you want that fire roaring all day. So we want his metabolism roaring all day. So every couple of hours, like you do with a fireplace, you put a little bit of kindling in, which in turn is his food. So we're feeding his system every couple of hours to get his insides roaring, which is going to give him more energy, more brain energy, which is good for his job. And yeah.
Nice. So you start the fire biggish or big,
yeah,
and then keep topping it up through the day.
Exactly. So the little top-ups are little bits of nutrition, good nutrition, and as the day goes on, we just keep that fire roaring.
Beauty. And then I explained to Brad that I've got a gym membership, I've got weights at home, but I need an accountability partner. And then, mate, you shared with me a great analogy.
Well, the accountability and the goal setting, I think, if you haven't got a structure set up or your goals, you're just going to be wandering around the gym like you would, say, if you're lost in the bush and you've got no map, there's no way out. And that's where the structure and the goal setting will come into play with John. So he's got some structure and some vision of where he's heading on this journey.
Nice one, mate. So like we always say, put actions to your goals.
Absolutely.
This is a big amount of action, and I'm locked in for 3 times a week. I'm getting an eating plan from Brad as well, and I'll keep you informed.
And you'll see the photos.
We need before and after. Here I am again at Body Fit with Brad. Now, session 1 was the consult and a bit of a workout. This session was a lot more of a workout, more of what you would expect. And what are you doing to me, mate?
Well, I'm building lean muscle on your frame, your big frame, Johnny. But I think the best thing about this session is you going down to the beach straight away and jumping in the cold water, which you love.
Nice. Well, Brad said it was a mindset workout as well. Now, I love what you've got around the gym here. This is good for all of us. Don't show up late. Don't slide out early. Don't cheat your rep counts. And definitely don't hold back. Leave it all in the gym. I love it. I want to know why you have it on the wall.
Just to remind people, especially that first one. But you tick all the boxes, mate. You were very early. You're not sliding early. You didn't cheat the rep counts. And you've left it all in the gym. So well done, John. Session 2 done.
Nice. And I wanted to highlight that because display is a really important principle to get your eyeballs seeing stuff, to feed your mind, to get good stuff going on your life.
Absolutely. Well, the visual's everything, isn't it? So imprinting that in your mind and you're going to replicate it in the gym. It's perfect.
I love it. We certainly did that today. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
We also have some really great conversations for greatness in between sets. And today we talked about when things happen to you, what you make it mean. And so you mix what happened and what you make it mean and you think it's the truth. So Brad and I were talking about that. Any takeaways from that convo there, mate?
I guess the takeaway is what you visualise in your head is not always the right meaning. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. So when something happens, we need to be aware that we're putting meaning on it and it might not be really what's going on. And that's where communication or just checking in with yourself saying, this happened.
Exactly.
And with the example we use, and this didn't happen, but example we use, if I come into the gym and Brad just says hi and doesn't make eye contact with me, and I could make it mean he doesn't like me. Oh, am I late?
Yep.
Oh, no, was my credit card bounced on the pay. I could make it mean all these things. Or I could have a more empowering meaning and say, well, Brad's busy setting up the gym to give me the best workout possible. Isn't that a better meaning than the other ones that I was heaping on?
Absolutely. I think it's checking in with yourself prior to those things, checking in with your mindset prior to entering a room, prior to a conversation with someone, checking in with yourself.
Yeah, I like that. Checking in with yourself and setting an intention for the session, for the conversation, for the everything. Love it.
Absolutely.
It's all happening here at Body Fit Gym. It's body, mind, spirit. Excellent.
Love it.
All right, Sesh 3, mate. Now, we're having really good conversations for greatness as well. So we talked about a vision and visualising. Let us know what you were saying about what happens before you have a class of 20.
Well, I think visualising the actual class itself and running through the session in your mind really prepares you for the session. So when the session comes up, in your mind it's already done and dusted. So there's no need to hesitate or get nervous or apprehensive about what you're implementing. So it's like John this weekend. Now he's not working or training as much on the weekend, so he's going to get a little bit bored, which may lead to overeating here or even here. So him visualising the weekend coming up, which will be a really good tool, and for next week's training as well.
So whether you're taking a class of 20, whether you're doing a one-on-one session, whether you're working in the corporate arena, whether you're a mum killing it, that's a bad expression, making the house work, doing whatever you need to do. You don't want to stereotypical things, but anything, visualise to be prepared to have the confidence. And the funny thing about it is it often works out the way you visualised it.
Absolutely. So powerful tool to have.
Nice one. So we've been doing a mix of exercises. This is my third session, 45 minutes. Loving it, loving the mix-up. Brad's an awesome dude. If you're in the Melbourne area, come down to Body Fit. But you're going to have a global program coming up soon, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a Men of Body Fit worldwide online program, 12 weeks. So stay tuned.
See you next session. I'm a week down, so I'm into week 2, and I'm at Body Fit Health Concepts with Brad. Careful what you wish for. I asked for some boxing and just smashed me for some boxing, but I loved it. And we also had some great conversations as usual. We talked about being mindful of the people in your life, and you get to make a decision, don't you, mate?
Absolutely. And I think at our age, you get to the the point where you want to have positive people in your life who, uplift you rather than put you down. So it's good to be around.
Yeah, and it's good to be aware of. And we also talked about if you want to invest yourself in a relationship, then do it. If you want to speak to someone, pick up the phone and speak to them. You don't have to be, oh, they haven't called me for ages or they never ring me. That's just judgment and assessment. If you want to have a relationship and accept how they are. There's so much peace in acceptance, mate.
Well, it's getting rid of the ego, isn't it? Put the ego aside and focus on the relationship you have with that person.
We also, because we were boxing, we talked about the movie Rocky. It's obviously had a big effect on you, mate. What's some of the takeaways you've got from Rocky?
You can't win. No. That anything's possible.
Yeah, right.
Rocky can do it, we can do it.
Excellent.
So we're week 2 now, and John's 1.2 kilo down in weight. So the first 2 weeks of this program's probably the hardest because we're getting a lot of the sugars and the bad carbs out of his diet. So he's going to have a big impact the first probably 4 weeks of this program. So well done, John.
Thank you, mate. 1.2 kilos down in the first week. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. If you want to know how I did it, have a chat with Brad. There'll be his links in the notes at Body Fit Health Concepts. And if you can't make it to the gym, he can do coaching with you online. And he's got a program coming out later in the year. Thanks heaps, mate.
Thanks, Johnny.
So we're having a bit of a giggle. Session 5. Brad, you worked me a bit harder, that one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a high-intensity session. I thought I'd mix it up a bit today in this 37-degree heat.
That's the beauty of coming to a personal trainer. Well, they'll mix it up for you at the level that you're at. We also had some great conversations to rise and thrive by. Especially we're talking about setting realistic goals because it's the same in your fitness as well as your business goals, your personal goals, whatever it is. And you were saying about keeping them realistic, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. I think...
Just a temporary pause for the plane, but you were saying?
Yeah, realistic goals. And I think the world we live in today with social media, there's so much emphasis on getting everything quick and instant. And in the fitness industry, it takes a long time to get results. So it's realistic results and, 1% better each day rather than looking too far ahead and getting despondent with the results.
I love that. 1% better or a little bit better each day, taking some kind of action. Some days you're going to take a lot of action. Some days you might do one simple thing. One day you might sit down and do some manifesting, and that all counts as long as you do something every day without putting pressure on yourself. What's some of the other things we talked about?
Well, I think it comes down to consistency. So like you said, if you're having a bad day, just keep it consistent and show up. Showing up's everything.
Nice. A friend of mine says showing up is half the battle. And we talked a little bit about relationships and how sometimes... I'm joking.
How's included? Should we put that on?
No, we won't. We talked about everything can be sorted out with a conversation, right?
Absolutely.
And as men, we're pretty basic creatures in a lot of ways. And we go by face value or the words that are spoken.
Yeah.
We don't always pick up on those signs. So, especially ladies.
Conversation is everything.
Yeah. So if you say everything's fine, we're going to think everything's fine.
Exactly.
All right.
What are you really saying?
We're getting it all here. We're getting fitness advice. We're getting love advice. We're getting personal development. It's all happening. Session 5. See you next time.
See you guys.
John and Brad back at Body Fit session 6. So that's second week done. We're back Monday for the weigh-in. It's Friday now. That was a pretty big sesh, mate. I feel that was the most cardio I've done in a sesh.
Probably, but one interesting point you brought up when you walked in was it today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, when you're in the city and you had probably a space of 4 hours of not eating, what happens usually...
I feel like I'm in the naughty room because I'm in the office at BodyFit here with Brad. we're all good. It's better sounding here for today. 6th session. That's week 2 done, but the weigh-in's on Monday. And I feel like that was a big cardio session, mate. You really worked me.
Yeah, we're just talking about John yesterday having a busy day in the city, so he missed a couple of little meals, so he had a 4-hour gap of not eating, and that can sometimes, hit you in the arse the next day, and that's probably what's happened because of lack of fuel, lack of glycogen in your liver and your muscles, and it can hinder you the next training session. So that's probably what's happened today. But it was a little bit harder, mate.
I loved it, and it was 7 hours between meals. I had lunch at 12:30, and then I didn't eat again till 7:30. That was dinner.
That makes a big impact.
So that got me. So lesson learned for me and for you out there. Should have had something, even a handful of almonds.
Well, even if you're in that situation, you haven't prepped, you're better off grabbing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to keep your sugar levels at bay.
Yeah.
Anything's better than nothing in this process we're in.
Yeah, right. We also had some awesome conversations as we do. Something happened with somebody that we know and they lost their young fella to suicide. It's a heartbreaker, especially as a couple of dads with young kids, right, mate?
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible. Just makes you make the most of your time with your kids and families, everything.
Guys, girls, everyone out there, if you're feeling low, talk to someone. There'll be someone out there you can talk to. And for most people that I know, their parents love them the most out of anyone. So talk to your parents, even if you don't think you can, just talk to them because in my experience, they're the people that love you no matter what in the world. So don't want to end on a I don't know, it's not negative, right? Because you got to learn from that and
exactly.
Life happens. But
so we're all on the same journey, so we're all learning and like you said, speak up.
The young fella thought ending it all was a better way out, or his only way out. So I'm going to ring the dad and say I'm thinking of him.
Yeah, right, Johnny.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
See you next time. Hey, Brad, start of week 3, right?
Week 3.
And I had a bit of a problem on the weekend. A little bit of chocolate.
Skipped his walk. And he tried to justify that working around a boat is the same as an hour walk, anyway.
So Brad's held me to account. I've done my workout and he sent me on a half an hour walk, brisk walk, which I've done. It won't totally make up for it, but it's some way there.
Absolutely. It's more money in the bank. It's good. And what have we touched on today?
Upper body, you're going to reshape me.
Upper body and...
Yeah. We have good chats about relationships, whether it be the family dynamic, whether it be with our partners. So it's good man time as well. So I'd highly recommend getting a personal training session, one-on-one, whether you're a male or a female or however you identify, because it's a good chat as well as a good workout.
It's interesting. I can see the difference in your energy when you're walking in here today compared to last week. And that's why the walk, good.
Energy was lower?
Yeah, just a different or a different energy.
Yeah.
Because of what happened on the weekend.
I remember last week as well, I had 7 hours in between meals.
Yeah.
Brad telling me that also would have had an effect on me. So let's keep those regular meals up.
Yep, that's it.
Keep the program, consistency, habit, all the things.
Absolutely. Stick to the plan.
See you next time.
See you, buddy.
Halfway through week 3, session 8. Here we are back at BodyFit Health Concepts. I want to look like Brad. I want quick results. It just doesn't work that way, does it, mate?
Nothing quick. Nothing quick works.
Some
things do.
Consistency showing up.
You're gonna have to, if you want the attitude of the quick result, there's no longevity in that. No sustainability in anything in life.
I like it. That's why I like our chats, because it relates to health and fitness and life and relationships and work and a lot of things. Now, I've been a bit low on energy because I haven't had as many carbs as I used to have. So Brad's just going to up the carbs slightly, a little bit of rice here and there. No bread or potatoes, but that's okay. And the thing I was mentioning to him was with that lack of energy comes a bit of a calmness, a bit of a stillness. You were saying to me how you also enjoy the stillness and the calmness at times.
I think the calmness, you have a bit of more reflection of of life and what you're doing. You're not in the mad hustle day to day like we usually are when we're high on energy. So it's not too bad to have a reflection on your life and where you're at. Reset.
Take a step back, observe and reflect, reset. I like it. Also, too, with lack of energy, it's kind of giving me, where I'm giving zero about a lot of things.
It's a good attitude now, sometimes.
Yeah.
I think we take things so seriously. Life's too serious, and next thing, 10 years is gone, rather than enjoy the moment. But you've got this weekend enjoying the moment with your kids and family, so it's probably come at a good time.
Looking forward to that. I did a personal development course once, and one of the main mantras that I learned I need to tell myself is lighten up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all need that.
So
smell the roses.
Let's all lighten up, smell the roses, take a deep breath. Enjoy.
Don't be hard on yourself. Relax, enjoy.
That's a good way to sign off. See you next time. So last session of week 3. So I've had 3, 6, supposed to have 9, but had 8 sessions because it was a long weekend this week. So I've had 8 sessions into week 3. What I liked about today's workout is I was moving all the time, very little rest to keep the heart rate up. Was that the intention, my man?
Absolutely. And your road here, it's a good, 15, 20-minute ride?
Yeah, for those international visitors, I didn't row a boat. I rode my bike.
Did I say row?
You said our road here.
Oh, road. RODE, road here. So you're really getting an hour session, so it's good, John.
Yeah.
A bit more cardio stuff today to burn off the banana and the muesli.
Brad's unhappy with the carb intake today, but I also remember him saying, get something in you, no matter what.
Exactly. Good point. If you're not eating anything, get something in, rather than not eating anything. But I can see your energy's up compared to last week when you're very down.
Yeah, because I hadn't eaten,
Yeah.
So I got the banana in me and then I ate it.
And now we'll just go home and smash a tub of protein powder, mate. No, you'll have a good protein meal tonight with some veggies and back on track.
We keep going. Have a solid weekend of no cheating and a Monday weigh-in.
Exactly. Absolutely. Look forward to it.
See ya. Start of week 4. Guess what, Rise and Thrivers? What was the reduction on the scales this week, mate?
Well, Johnny's down 1.1 from 5 days ago.
That's kilos for our American friends. I don't know what that is in pounds,
Maybe double that in a bit.
We'll work it out. A few pounds, 5 pounds. All right. So that's only just in the 5 days. So I'm stoked. Now, we know it's not all about the scales because, especially if I'm building muscle, that weighs more than fat and everything. But do want to get rid of that excess body fat.
I think the fact that last week you were a bit congested internally has helped a lot. So we're trying to flush all that out with a bit of a detox week this week, putting in some really good antioxidants and a bit of apple cider vinegar to clean Johnny out.
One of the things I'm loving about this is the workouts as well as the eating plan and someone having your back and it being easy to adjust. And I'm eating things that I would not normally eat and it's all fresh, healthy stuff. So loving that. We also talked about how our kids don't realise how good they got it.
Yeah.
Probably a bit like we were. We think they don't listen, but they probably are. And it's probably like us where we were trying to be told stuff and we didn't listen and we just had to work it out.
And now we're working it out. We're in our 50s.
And we
appreciate our parents.
Yeah, we definitely do. All right, I'll keep you up to date. There was one other bit of goal that we said. Oh, about the being observer of your thoughts.
Yeah.
What's that Buddha guy told you?
That your thoughts are like the waves coming in and out, or like the treadmill. Thoughts come in, come out. So the lesson from that is don't harp on your thoughts. Just let it go and relax, and what will be will be.
Because a friend of ours always says, it'll always work out.
Absolutely.
See you next time. Big one today. Today was about commitment. Do you know why, Brad?
Because it was a 5:30 start.
That's right, 5:30 a.m. I got a big day today, so it was either now or never, so we made it now.
It just shows anything can be done.
Yeah.
Whether it's 4, 3, 5 in the morning, get it done.
So we got it done. It was a great sesh. Set me up for the rest of the day. I don't know what else to say.
Well, it was a good workout. It was all over body, plus some boxing and core stuff and abs. Just get Johnny really working all over. He's working his whole system. It's good. Now he's back home to get a green smoothie and.
That's it. I want to say thanks for being my high-class hooker. I'll pay you for your body. Start of week 5, and we've noticed that, well, one thing you said to me, which was good, is that you acknowledge that what I'm doing isn't easy.
No.
And you're going to have your ups and downs, mostly ups,
exactly.
But you're going to have some downs.
Absolutely. You can't be perfect with your reading, and you're never going to be perfect with your training. So it's doing the best you can, showing up, doing the work, and it's consistency at the end of the day.
So we've definitely been doing consistency. I was talking to Brad that half a bag of licorice all sorts probably didn't do me any favours. Might have made me a bit more regular. But I thought with all the sugar, that weigh in today, I wasn't really confident that there would be much going on. But it was a 1.5 kilo reduction from last Wednesday. And this is Monday now. And then you explained something about where I'm at in my training.
Yeah. So John's metabolism's really kick-started now. So, and he's still in a little bit of a calorie deficit, so it's not going to impact too much what he had on the weekend. So you can get away with little bits and pieces like that. And as he's into the program, this week 5, you're not just going to put weight on like bang. And you've been disciplined with your walks.
Yeah.
And so it's good for Latino women.
Yeah, because I'm going to Mexico, and we were talking about it's okay for the women to look, but they can't touch. But you had a better expression, mate.
I think you can flirt, but you can't insert.
That's a motto for all men to live by.
Put that on a t-shirt or something.
That's on the Conversations for Greatness, Rise and Thrive. You can flirt, but you can't insert. Here you go. Life lessons. Meal lessons, nutrition lessons, strengthening lessons, you name it, you get it here with Brad at Body Fit Health Concepts. Good on you, Brad.
Over and out.
So this takes us, because Easter's coming up, this takes us to the end of week 5, I think.
Been at week 5 and did some measurements with John. Everything's dropped significantly, so which is good. So no Easter eggs for John.
7 centimetres off the girth.
Yeah, it's fantastic, mate.
And dropped a couple of inches.
Give them to me.
That won't make it to the final. And then I asked you during the session for your favourite quote, which was?
Do what you love and the money will follow.
And how did you come across that?
The remedial massage course I did 30 years ago, the instructor gave us all a bookmark and that was on it. So it's always stayed in my mind. I think you got to be passionate about what you're doing day in, day out, and things will follow from that, I think.
Well, you've been living the dream, mate. You're working with people, you're a good-looking specimen, you are helping people with their goals like me.
Yeah.
So you're helping people, you're doing what you love, and you're paying the bills.
Absolutely. So this 2 more weeks before John goes away, so we're going to up the ante with the training, incorporate shorter, sharper cardio in between his sets of weights, and go back to a bit of detox for the next 2 weeks before he heads off to Vegas.
Been loving the green smoothies and the beetroot smoothies. They've been going well. So looks like bookmarks work, mate, if you remember that from 30 years ago.
Guys, I've got to try and find the bloody thing. It's 30 years old.
You still got it?
I've got it somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'll look it up because it's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah. Sounds like I've got to get some bookmark merch so we can remember these great sayings for everyone.
Good idea.
All right, see you next week. Start of week 6, we've had Easter, so there was no Monday because that was Easter Monday. I fell off the rails a little bit, but the good news is the weigh in today, I'm the same as last week.
So you haven't fallen off the rails at all, mate.
I haven't gone backwards, but That's the lint
Shows
balls.
what limp balls do, and
Lint ball chocolate. The wrong balls and things go wrong. Oh, mate, we talked a lot today about a lot of things. One of the things I said was we're talking about taking action. And I said that Chinese proverb, which you seem to know, which was, when's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the second best time? Now. The meaning of that is do it now, even though you could have done it earlier and you probably wish you had, but just do it now.
yeah. I think it's just about getting back on the horse day after day after day.
Yeah.
You just what other choice have you got?
That's it. You can give up any time. Why now?
Exactly.
What else did we talk about, mate? We talked about
Johnny's career and
yeah, that's right. Brad likes my voice and he wants to fall asleep to my voice. So I've got two choices.
I think he should be on radio.
I can lie next to him at night time or I can record some sleep meditations, which I will do. So it's available for the whole world to go to sleep with me.
What's going through my head, what you're talking about action, I see the potential in you. I'm not saying you don't, but let's put something together and act. Fall in the hole, get back up, act again. Fall in the hole, get back up, act again.
Let's do it. It's more fun when you're doing it with someone else.
Absolutely.
All right. We're action orientated today.
Exactly.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Holy moly, it was a Friday session and it was big on weights and exercises, big on philosophy and personal development. Mate, what are some of the subjects we touched on?
I think we covered everything. I think the main coverage was letting your mind be in the now.
Letting your mind be in the now. That came up because we were talking about, as human beings, why we focus on the negative. And one of the things we were discussing was that as human beings, and for the survival of the species, we are pre-programmed to look at threats or perceived threats or anything we think that might be a threat so we can survive. And that's why we focus on the negative, because we perceive them as threats. So it's only when you have that conscious awareness where you go, I'm filtering out a whole bunch of information because I have to, and one of the main criteria for my filter is, are there any threats that I need to be aware of? Once you have that understanding, you can maybe let some other things in and go, okay, I get that and that's important, but I also want to focus on some more positive aspects of my life because I want to bring more of that into my life.
Yeah.
That's a big summary, but...
No, that's a good summary, and I think what you're saying before about the subconscious, so the best way to get the positive in the subconscious is before you go to bed with some positive affirmations about your day or just in general, rather than focusing on the negative or stressing about the next day, which is going to be in your subconscious when you wake up.
Yeah, the importance of the last thing you do before you go to sleep. So you're in bed and you think about, as an example, 3 good things that happened to you during the day, and then that's what you go to sleep, and that's what your subconscious is, the last thing it was exposed to consciously, so to speak, because that's a pathway to happiness, I guess.
Absolutely. So stay tuned. John and I are going to try that starting tonight. One thing is, if John's having a good time, don't tell him to slow down.
Nice one. So Brad's referring to the episode with Karim, remember, where I talked about how my dad told me to don't act the fool, and then so if anyone tells me to chill out, that's a trigger for me because it brings back those childhood memories, which I'm okay with now and know where it comes from. So knowing where it came from gives me the power to choose, I'm doing that. You can observe a little bit and go, that's triggering that, so that's why I'm being like that. And then I get to choose whether I want to be like that or not. And then Brad and I can have a bit of a joke about it.
Which and also it's the past.
It's the past.
It's a new journey now.
And as Wayne Dyer said, who quoted someone else, the wake of the boat doesn't drive the boat.
It's brilliant.
So the past doesn't have to drive where you're going now. It can have an influence, but it doesn't have to.
Exactly. So those nighttime affirmations for your subconscious, work on that.
Nice.
And we'll let you know.
Ciao for now. Brad, it's super exciting.
Because you're going away.
Don't be sad it's over, be glad it happened. That's a Dr. Seuss quote.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't be sad, what is it?
What did I just say?
Don't be
So
sad.
sad it's over, be glad it happened. Yeah, good one, isn't it? And it's not over.
Very good. I like that.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's from a kid's book. And it's my second last workout before I get on a jet plane to Vegas for 5 days, Mexico for 5 days. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to make a lot of content there. Going to keep up my training, right?
You've got to.
Can't let all this hard work go.
Don't let it go. But you're going to be a lot of walking. But look, you're going to splurge here and there, but just be mindful of overdoing things.
And work out every day?
Absolutely.
There'll be a gym in the hotel, so I'll have to do something.
Yeah. You'll probably come back lighter.
Well, once now I've got these guns, I know you can't see them.
Cardio. And you know what else is, I find when people go away, their stress level drops, meaning their cortisol level drops, and they let their body give. And they actually come back lighter. Because when you stress, your body holds a lot of tension, a lot of fluid, a lot of your cortisol levels, which hinders your weight loss. So I find a lot of people when they go away, their body just lets go.
So less cortisol, better overall, and for weight loss too.
100%.
Wow, that's awesome. Hopefully my will be lighter too.
Well, you'll be giving a lot of action, so...
So, we had the weigh-in today.
Weigh in today and a new diet for next Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, which is different from the rest.
Absolutely.
But it's 400 grams today, so that's fine because it's less than a week weigh-in.
But the thing I've noticed with you, your body's changing, your shape.
I know you can't see it, listeners, but I'm very proud of the guns at the moment.
So the emphasis now is not so much weight loss, it's changing your shape, measurements and muscle mass. That's the goal.
Got it. That's awesome. So, yes, let's focus on that. And next workout in 2 days' time, then we'll be taking a break and then we'll see what happens after that.
Can't wait.
We just finished the last session before I go away. So I guess the goal of toning up, losing some weight, getting better body shape, getting better fitness for my body, mind and spirit and soul is working, has worked. There's more to do, like everything in life. But this is chapter 1. Over, mate. What's your summary of it?
Well, I think you've really changed. The last 2 weeks you've changed your body in terms of tone. And, you know, it's a credit to you, mate. It is a hard slog and you can't be perfect every day. You know, you've followed, I reckon, probably 90% of the program, so well done.
Thank you, mate. That's a good point as well. You just do as much as you can with what you can and don't beat yourself up because there's nothing to be gained out of that. But keep showing up. We always hear that all the time.
That's it.
Haven't missed a session.
Yeah.
Keep showing up. And also the thing is, when you said the last 2 weeks, that really is, and I know, like everyone, I want results really quickly, right? But that was only 5 weeks in. So we've only been going for 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So when you think of it, when you look back and you go, after 5 weeks of doing this training, it's really showing on the outside. Yeah. I reckon after the first time it was showing on the inside because you just feel good when you're doing something about something and you're making some positive choices and positive action, like changing your diet, adding more exercise in. Can't leave without talking about, we've talked about it before, but I've got to say it again, the accountability factor, because it's massive and you've been my accountability partner and you're like that for a lot of other people. What have you got to say for yourself?
Pat myself on the back.
Yeah, true. And?
Now, the good thing is about John being accountable and the discipline, he'll now implement this when he goes away. So just getting to the gym in Vegas 3 times a week, heaps of walking, and he won't lose anything. That's what this is all about too. So implementing these skills is attained mentally and physically to go outside of here and implement it.
Long-term change, I like that, rather than some kind of fad diet or something you do for a bit. Yeah,
this is forever.
It is, and it feels like it too, in a really good way. So if you're listening and you think, I should do something, I want to do something, I've been thinking about it, but I haven't taken any action, call someone you know who's in the fitness industry. And if you don't know anyone and you're in Melbourne, call Brad. And if you're
into for a free consultation.
Free consultation with Brad. And if you are elsewhere other than in Melbourne, Australia, Brad has a global online program that is launching. There'll be a link in the show notes Now, you're specifically targeting men. You're a men's fitness guru.
Men of body fit, men over 40.
Right, so I can relate to all that.
You're 39 and a half, so we just scraped in.
Yeah, we just scraped in. So any ladies out there, Brad is not your man, and that's good to know. I was going to say, because he's already taken, which you are. But what I'm trying to get is, I don't want to exclude all our our female listeners, or those who identify as such. So to reach out to a personal trainer or someone that can keep you accountable, set a program, make sure that it includes a weekly meal program as well, because how much is nutrition part of it all?
I think it's 80-90%. But look, you need a goal. Otherwise, you like we said at the start, you're in a forest without a map and you can't get out.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah. So my goal was to be as fit and healthy as I can before I go away, and now I can continue that while I'm away, and then I'll see Brad when we get back.
Fantastic.
And we'll keep it going.
Fantastic, Johnny.
So that Instagram model goal that I have is alive.
It's coming.
Thanks, bro.
I hope you found inspiration and motivation in the journey I had with Brad. Achieved my fitness goals and embraced the motto that Brad lives by. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. I encourage you to embark on your own fitness journey, face your challenges head on, and embrace the changes they bring. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow and leave a review and share it with others who could use a dose of motivation and inspiration. Follow me on social media to stay updated with my ongoing journey and get more insight into personal growth and success. Until next time, keep striving, keep thriving, and remember to turn every conversation into greatness.